Vanessa, you be hot cake now, oh, one of the girls laughed, tossing a wig on the bed. All those men for club day fight just to spend one night with you. Another roommate clapped excitedly. Babe, you don blow. Forget school, your life don change. But behind Vanessa's fake smile was a heart quietly breaking. Sit tight, and let me tell you the shocking story of a girl who traded her dreams for glitter, and what it cost her. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The sun scorched overhead as Vanessa stood with her classmates, wide-eyed and breathless. The campus of the University of Lagos stretched out before her like a different world. Tall buildings, perfectly trimmed lawns, and students moving with confident strides. That day, during the excursion, something changed in Vanessa. She gripped her notebook and whispered to herself, "One day I will be here. I'll study here." She wasn't just dreaming. Vanessa was one of the brightest girls in her secondary school. Teachers praised her. Her classmates envied her sharp mind and neat notes. Her parents, humble farmers in Ogun State, called her their golden hope. Even when the nights got dark and her mother could only cook Gary with groundnut, Vanessa kept reading by candlelight. So when the university released its admission forms, she didn't hesitate. She applied. She prayed. She read day and night. On the morning of May 24th, she wore her best gown, packed her pen, and returned to the campus, not as a tourist this time, but as a warrior coming to conquer. The examination hall was filled with strangers, tension thick in the air. Vanessa closed her eyes, muttered a short prayer, and began to write. 2 weeks later, she screamed. The admission list was out. She passed. Her mother dropped her basket of okra in shock, then hugged her tight. Her father danced around their small compound, tears in his eyes. But celebration was brief. The reality of expenses hit quickly: acceptance fees, hostel fees, tuition, books, food. It was overwhelming. Yet her parents were determined. Her father took a loan from the cooperative bank. Her mother sold her goat and half her wrappers. "Our daughter must go," they said. They packed her metal trunk, added some Gary, a few provisions, second-hand clothes, and took her to the bus park. Before she left, her mother held her face and said, "Vanessa, remember who you are. Study well. We are sacrificing everything for you." Vanessa nodded, smiling through tears. The moment she arrived on campus, Vanessa felt like she had entered a movie. Clean roads, busy students with headphones, flashy cars, shops, restaurants, and so many people. It was exciting and scary. She found her hostel and was directed to room 2B. When she entered, 3 girls sat on their beds, chatting and laughing. The scent of perfume and body cream filled the room. "Hi," Vanessa said shyly, dragging her box. "New B," one girl said, barely looking up. She wore a red crop top and held an iPhone with long pink nails. "Welcome," another said, smiling faintly. "I'm Grace. That's Glory. And she's Kate." "I'm Vanessa," she replied, feeling suddenly out of place in her simple gown and braided hair. Their room was decorated with ring lights, makeup kits, wigs hanging like trophies, and shoe racks filled with designer heels. Vanessa sat up in the empty bed and unpacked her few things quietly. Over the next few days, Vanessa tried to adjust. She attended all her classes, took notes, and even joined a study group. But her roommates lived differently. They rarely went to class. They slept during the day and dressed up at night. Expensive gowns, flawless makeup, high heels, and always the scent of strong perfume. One night, Vanessa heard them giggling as they prepared to leave. "Vanessa, you day carry book too much," Kate teased. "Life no be textbook." "Where are you going?" Vanessa asked. "Club. You fit come join us one day, you go enjoy," Glory added with a wink. Vanessa forced a laugh and returned to her biology textbook. But deep down, she was curious. Weeks passed, and money began to run out. Vanessa stopped buying food from the school canteen and started eating only once a day. The small bag of rice from home was almost empty. She walked long distances to class to save the 100 Nigerian nairas for shuttle rides. Her shoes wore out. Her once fresh face looked pale and tired. She called home. "Mummy, things are hard here." Her mother's voice cracked. "We don't even have light since last week. The bank has started sending messages. Your father is trying." We will send something soon. But nothing came. Vanessa started borrowing sachets of noodles from hostel mates. One night, her stomach rumbled loudly while her roommates munched on fried chicken and jollof rice delivered in nylon packs. She stared hungrily. "You no go chop?" Grace asked, chewing. "I'm okay," Vanessa lied, her throat tightening. Glory dropped her spoon. "Vanessa, you fit follow us tonight. Just once. Make small money. Life go better." Vanessa hesitated. "I'm not like you guys," she said softly. Kate raised a brow. "Like us? You dey starve oh. No be your parents' fault. But you fit help yourself. We just dey help you survive." That night, Vanessa cried silently into her pillow. The next morning, she missed class. Her stomach was empty. Her face was pale. "Are you okay?" Grace asked, her tone unusually soft. Vanessa nodded weakly. "Come. Tonight. Just follow us. No pressure. Just dress nice and enjoy yourself." That evening, she stood before Grace's mirror wearing a borrowed red dress, fake lashes, and long black wig. She barely recognized herself. "You look hot," Kate said, adjusting Vanessa's necklace. "Men go trip." Vanessa stared at herself. For the first time, she didn't look like a student. She looked grown, confident, expensive. They stepped out of the hostel like a runway team. Music pumped from the club as lights flashed in every direction. Vanessa's heart pounded, her heels clicking on the tiled floor. "Relax," Grace whispered, handing her a glass. "Just drink. Smile. Tonight, you make your first cash." Vanessa's fingers trembled as she held the glass of wine. Loud music, flashing lights, and the smell of cologne and cigarette smoke filled the nightclub. She glanced around. Men in suits, girls in short skirts laughing into the ears of older men, waiters balancing trays, and bouncers guarding dark corners. Grace leaned in close. "That man over there in the white shirt has been watching you all night." Vanessa's heart skipped. "He's a banker. Good money. Don't be shy, just talk. Smile. He'll buy you drinks, maybe more." "I don't know what to say," Vanessa whispered. "Say anything. Be sweet. Be bold." Before she could protest, Grace waved the man over. He was in his late 30s, clean-shaven, wearing a gold watch and a confident smile. "Hello, pretty," he said. "First time here." Vanessa nodded, forcing a smile. "You look nervous. Relax. You're too fine to frown." He ordered her a cocktail. They talked. He made her laugh. She didn't realize when the drinks started to hit. 1 hour turned into 3. Then he leaned in and said, "Let's go somewhere quiet." Vanessa froze. Grace gave her a silent nod. "You'll be okay," she mouthed. That night, Vanessa followed the man to a nearby hotel. Her heart pounded with shame and fear. But she remembered the hunger, the pain in her parents' voices, the unpaid fees. When she returned to the hostel the next morning, her roommates welcomed her with cheers. Grace handed her a white envelope. Inside was 120,000 Nigerian nairas. She stared at the money in disbelief. More than her father earned in 3 months. "Welcome to the real world," Kate said, lighting a cigarette. Days turned into weeks. Vanessa bought food. Real food. She stocked noodles, sardines, and fruit drinks. She bought new shoes, hair cream, even a bottle of perfume. For the first time, she didn't feel invisible on campus. She followed the girls to clubs every weekend. Men now waited for her. Some paid just to talk. Some paid for more. She learned how to smile without emotion. How to laugh at jokes she didn't find funny. How to pretend everything was okay. She stopped calling home. Her parents, burdened by the loan, assumed she was busy with school. They didn't know she'd dropped half her classes. One Sunday afternoon, her mother called. "Vanessa, how are you? You've not called." "I'm fine, Mummy. We managed to send 5,000 Nigerian nairas to your account." Vanessa laughed. "No need, Mummy. I'm managing well." "But how?" "We haven't sent anything in weeks. I found a side hustle. Nothing big." Her mother was silent, then said, "Please, Don't do anything dangerous. We trust you. Don't worry, Vanessa said, her chest tight. I'm okay. One evening, Vanessa sat before her mirror applying red lipstick when Grace entered. Babe, you day hot. That man from last week is coming again. He say you too sweet. Vanessa smiled faintly. You enjoy this life now, ABI? Vanessa shrugged. At least I'm not hungry. You're more than not hungry. You're the hottest girl in this hostel now. And it was true. Vanessa now wore designer clothes. She upgraded to an iPhone. Even lecturers began to notice her. But behind the glamour was emptiness. Some nights she cried in the bathroom, scrubbing her skin as if to wash off shame. But each time she remembered the life she left behind, the hardship, the sacrifice, she told herself this was the only way. One night, after drinking more than usual, Vanessa danced with 3 different men at the club. A big client offered triple her usual rate for the night. His friends joined later. She didn't remember how many. She only remembered waking up the next morning sore, dizzy, and bleeding slightly. Back at the hostel, she collapsed onto her bed. I think I'm sick, she whispered. Kate handed her painkillers. You'll be fine. Sleep. But days later, Vanessa wasn't fine. Her head ached constantly. She vomited twice in one morning. Her skin turned pale. Even walking to the bathroom became a struggle. You need rest, Grace said. No more club for now. But rest didn't help. One afternoon, Vanessa fainted in the hallway. They rushed her to the campus clinic, but her condition worsened. The doctor referred them to a general hospital. At the emergency ward, Grace called Vanessa's mother with trembling fingers. Ma, please come. It's Vanessa. She's very sick. It was the first time Vanessa's parents heard from anyone about her in weeks. They arrived at the hospital and almost didn't recognize their daughter. Her face was swollen, her body weak, and her skin looked washed out. But what shocked them more was her appearance. Expensive wig, designer handbag, gold anklet. Where did she get all this? Her father asked, confused. The doctor pulled them aside. Her liver is inflamed. She's been drinking, possibly using drugs. We need urgent treatment or we might lose her. Her mother collapsed on the floor crying. The hospital bill was over 300,000 Nigerian nairas. The parents had nothing left. The bank was already threatening to seize their land. Her father sold their motorcycle. Her mother sold her last wrappers. They borrowed again from neighbors. They couldn't let their only child die. For 3 days, Vanessa drifted in and out of sleep, unaware of what her parents were going through. On the 4th day, her eyes opened slowly. Her mother sat beside her bed, holding her hand tightly. Mummy, she croaked. Vanessa, my child. Her mother sobbed. What did you do to yourself? Tears rolled down Vanessa's cheeks. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to suffer any more. Her father stood at the door, silent, tears running down his face. When Vanessa was discharged, she was weak and ashamed. They packed her things and took her home, not to the hostel, but back to their village. Back to where it all began. The same house with broken windows. The same kitchen with firewood. But this time, there were no books. No dreams. Just silence and regret. Vanessa sat under the mango tree, staring into space. Her mother joined her quietly. I'm sorry, Mummy, she whispered again. Her mother nodded, wiping tears. We were poor, but we raised you with dignity. I know. I got lost. You can still find your way back, her mother said. If you want to. Weeks passed. Vanessa no longer wore makeup or heels. She tied her hair in a simple scarf and helped her mother in the farm. Each morning, she fetched water from the stream, her heart heavy with guilt, but also with a quiet hope. Her body slowly healed, but her soul was still learning how to breathe again. One afternoon, she sat on the veranda reading an old book when her father came home with a letter in his hand. It's from your school, he said quietly. Vanessa opened it with shaking hands. It was a notice of deferred admission. If she wanted, she could return next session. She looked at her father, unsure. We sold much to save you, he said. But if you truly want to go back, not to the clubs, not to the life you left, but to study, to rise, we will still support you. Even with nothing. Vanessa broke down in tears. I will go back. I will start again. Not for money, but for purpose. For you. For me. Her mother joined them, hugging her tightly. God gives second chances, my daughter. But don't waste it. Vanessa nodded, heart full of gratitude. When she returned to school the following year, she walked into the hostel with her natural hair, worn sandals, and a borrowed backpack. No makeup. No pretense. Just a girl who once got lost, but found her way home. Did this story move you? Then make sure to subscribe, give it a like, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. More inspiring and emotional stories await you every week. Don't miss out.